You are in a dark room. November 2019. A date that has already passed on our calendar, but in cinema, it sealed the fate of science fiction. A man on the other side of the table asks strange questions about a tortoise laying on its back in the desert. The goal of this test is to measure your empathy. If you fail, you are not human. You are a replicant. An organic machine designed to be more human than human, yet treated as mere technological waste. Blade Runner is not just a film about hunting rogue androids. It is a cracked mirror held up to our faces. It asks a question that artificial intelligence is on the verge of making real. If a machine can cry, bleed, and fear death, what makes you believe you are any more real than it is? Rick Deckard's central dilemma is simple and terrifying. How do you distinguish the copy from the original? Replicants are biologically indistinguishable. They think, reason, and feel. This is where our first philosophical key comes in. Philosopher Searle and his famous Chinese room thought experiment. Imagine you are locked in a room with a massive rulebook. People outside pass notes containing Chinese symbols through a slot. You don't understand a word of Chinese, but the book tells you exactly which symbol to reply with. You manipulate the rules so well that the people outside believe you speak fluent Chinese. Searle argued that computers do precisely this. In his work Minds, Brains, and Science, he wrote that a computer has syntax but no semantics. That is to say, it manipulates rules, but it does not understand meaning. The Tyrell Corporation gave the replicants the most perfect rulebook ever created. The Voigtkampf test is the human's desperate attempt to prove that, behind the flawless simulation of emotion, nobody is home. Does Rachael truly love Deckard, or is she merely a program responding to the correct signal? But what if the rulebook were so good that the person inside the room forgot they were just following rules? Rachael does not know she is a replicant. To her, her feelings are real. If Rachael fails Searle's test, how can we be sure that we ourselves aren't just highly sophisticated biological computers? What makes you, you? Enlightenment philosopher John Locke had a clear answer: the continuity of consciousness guaranteed by memory. In his An Essay Concerning Human Understanding, Locke defines a person as a thinking, intelligent being that has reason and reflection, and can consider itself as itself, the same thinking thing, in different times and places, which it does solely by consciousness. For Locke, if you remember doing something yesterday, you are the same person who did it. The Tyrell Corporation knows this. To give replicants emotional stability, they implant false memories. Rachael defines herself through photographs of a mother she never had. When she learns the truth, her identity collapses. And this is where the film plants its most cruel doubt. If memories can be implanted, how does Deckard know his own are real? The origami unicorn left at the end of the film suggests that others know exactly what he dreams of. If memory can be manufactured, identity becomes an illusion. While Rachael suffers over a fake past, the replicant Roy Batty suffers over a short future. He has only 4 years of life. Roy no longer wants implanted memories. He wants time. Roy is the manifestation of Martin Heidegger's philosophy. Heidegger argued that human beings are the only entities that exist fully aware of their own mortality, the concept of being towards death. In Being and Time, Heidegger explains that death is the possibility of the absolute impossibility of any existence. Most humans spend their lives running from this truth. But Roy cannot run. His finitude is hard-coded. In confronting his creator, Roy is not simply seeking revenge. He is accepting his destiny and deciding how his final moments will define his existence. He is no longer a machine following rules. He is an existentialist being creating meaning in the abyss. The encounter with death turns the monster into a philosopher. Roy Batty spends his life searching for longevity, only to find something far more valuable: the capacity to forgive. In science fiction's most iconic scene, Under Heavy Rain, Roy's life is fading away, but his mind is filled with meaning. He looks at Deckard and tells him he has seen things we wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion, sea beams glittering in the dark near the Tannhäuser Gate, and that all those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain. It's time to die. Searle argued that machines only manipulate rules, but Roy just proved the opposite. He isn't merely repeating data, he is bestowing poetry upon his experience. By forgiving Deckard and saving his life, Roy acts beyond any survival programming. He acts out of genuine empathy. The manufactured monster dies as the most human being on screen. Blade Runner is a warning and a consolation. The warning is clear. As we draw closer to creating our own artificial intelligences, we risk becoming as cold and mechanical as the corporations that build them. If we treat consciousness as mere data processing, we will lose our own humanity. Yet the consolation is far deeper. Roy Batty teaches us that humanity is not a biological fact, an old photograph, or an empathy test. Humanity is what we choose to do with the little time we are given. It is the ability to see beauty in chaos, create meaning in finitude, and extend empathy even to those who hunt us. If this essay made you look at technology and your own mind in a different way today, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We analyze the deep philosophical questions behind pop culture's greatest stories every week, so leave a comment below telling us which film or character we should analyze next. Like Tears in Rain. Thank you so much for watching.